something like 60% cattle. I'm holding my mask going on, but literally there's only 5% of that wildlife is still out there. So we've gone from 95 to 5% of wild animals, and this is one of the reasons is monocultures. We've planted up vast swathes of land with the same plants. It restricts biodiversity. We pull out all the hedgerows where the animals live to make it easier to plough, etc., etc. And it also leaches all of the nutrients out of the soil. They're then removed, and we're thinking now that we may have as little as 5 years in the soil in the UK, the growing soil in the UK, before it becomes quite barren and hard to grow. There's so many different things going on. Deforestation, like I mentioned, and actually today there's a big demonstration outside the Brazilian embassy.
Try as I might, I found a couple of gags to throw in. But probably the other thing is,
I don't know, I'm just having it.
Find a mother and a brother, in search of them, unhappy, lose myself.
My filthy hope is strong, oh please don't prove me otherwise. It's stubborn and it still belongs to you. So what if he's a hustler, a thief? I don't care, I like how he speaks, and I believe what he tells me to. Crowded trains in strangers' faces passing as skies. Crowded trains in strangers' faces passing as sky tops. My filthy hope is strong, it's got me by the throat. It's stubborn and it still depends on you. Fathom fire, like father lies.
Hello.
I don't really understand, like they simply all of the Essex go anyway. Yeah. So basically, like those two are as well. I think that would run. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's an empty tent there, so I'm just wondering if it's not here. I mean, I don't know, but it gives the impression that it's any time like this.
I know, it's something else. It's very hot, isn't it? Oh, we need also the river up around there, isn't it? Yeah. It's great, isn't it? Oh, so basically, we're a publishing house called 2 Media, and we give away free fiction, music and art. So all free, and if you have a look, you can download the app, you can have a look at the app. And the app is also free to download, and you can swipe the carousel, and you can show you. And it's just like, go.
There is this carousel prices. It's about 5 minutes. So, click around the level. That's what it looks like when you read it. So when you push on the pages, there's a music pattern. Yeah. Just play it. It's meant to map it. Oh, that's like very futuristic thing.
On
the visual component. Yeah. So the guys.
If you download it, say it's over here, and you get.
People filling in.
Should not get on.
Your book. Just go say, for God's sake, jokes. You think? But even that.
Thank you.
Call your Russian Donald, would you?
Maybe Dawn. Big bounty. Stories exist in the head. False evidence appearing real. Yeah.
We don't accept Islam because a lot of them are Islamophobes, but other parties are accepting, other organisations are accepting and saying, well, no, it is a problem. You know, and if you think about an old man, 82 years old, up Midlands and North, walking back from repair, and he's stabbed to death for what crime? For believing in a faith. And Great Britain and British value means anyone can believe in whatever you want. One God, 1,000 gods, or 100,000.
Yeah.
But no one should be stabbed to death for that. But that old man was. And that's the kind of Britain we shouldn't be having in 2019. Alright, well, play my game and then you can go. Right, it's okay.
Okay, cool, let's do it.
Let's do it. Right, let's see how
What we got?
Islamophobic you are. I'm sure you're not.
Not at all. I'm half Pakistani, so.
Oh! Let me cover
You
it
go,
up.
you
Right,
go, yeah.
right, okay. 38,000 was raised by MEND, this not-for-profit organisation, for the victims of Manchester arena terrorist attacks in May 2017. True or false?
Oh, I can't do this.
In a land far, far away. Actually, that's wrong. Once upon a time, in a land very, very near, so near, it's actually right here. The people were terrified of fungi, mushrooms, utterly terrified. So terrified that if they saw them on the ground, they would run and hide in the trees. Can you imagine? And when they went and hid in the trees, there were fungi in the trees. So they ran onto the ground. And there they were. The mushrooms were there on the ground. And although the children were kind of quite interested, like the adults would say, no, don't touch that. And if they touched them, the adults would come and wash the children's hands. And sometimes even when the children were going to look at them, the adults would go up to the mushrooms and they'd stamp on them. Can you believe this? This strange place, not very far away, back here. Well, everyone became fearful. All the children became fearful. Adults were fearful. But then to this place, very, very near, so near, it's here. This wise little girl came along. Ah, that was her name. Mycelia was her name. And yeah, she wondered what was this madness? What was going on? And she went away when her parents weren't looking. She gathered lots of wonderful fungi, all sorts of colours and shapes. And she bore them in a pot, and then she dipped her clothes in them. She dyed her clothes with them. And she made paint with them. And then another thing she did, she even got some like this, because fungi come in all shapes and sizes. And she showed me how to do this, by the way. She got one of these. Actually, it's not true. She actually had a bit of iron pyrite and a bit of flint, and she went like this, but that's gone missing, so I use this. And she even made fire.
Oh, look at it. Oh, yeah.
Give me a countdown of 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and a half. And a quarter.
Although the fire sometimes went out because of her sweat.
That's amazing.
And the most amazing thing that she did is because people had started to use these strange things, digital books. It's like very strange, and it's creating a lot of madness. So she decided to make paper out of mushrooms, and books out of mushrooms, write letters out of mushrooms, and make ink out of mushrooms. And she passed on the secrets of how to do this to me in this book. It explains everything. There it is.
That's a book made out of mushrooms?
Yes, this is the book made entirely out of mushrooms. 150 pages of her Mycelia's wisdom. And it's all made from inks that she gathered, paints that she made from plants and mushrooms.
How old was she when she wrote that?
Amazingly, only 3. Can you believe it? And to do such exquisite carving at that age.
One would say it might be magical.
Yes, yes. So, just try and get it as even as you can all over. It doesn't really matter if it's not, but just try. Now, if you're dipping it into like a big container,
I'm doing all of it.
yeah, use all of it. If you're dipping it into a big container that's just the right consistency and just letting it drain, then you're going to have a nice even thing anyway. The reason I use this method is both because of the way I come to dry afterwards. I compress dry it, and
it's one of the keys of formations of BYLINE science. The principle is separating fact and comment. We have fact, comment, reportage and culture. And this crisis everybody sees in the British press for many years is the front page of the